Yeah, so here I
Fuck
am.
yeah, dude.
Uh, this is me. I'm considerably further than you.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, I
What the heck is
have.
that? That's a badass sword.
Yes, it is Ludwig's Holy Sword, I believe is its name.
Uh-huh.
It is my second weapon. There are less weapons and items in this game. Rather than the bloated amount of content that was in Dark Souls 2, they focused on memorable key weapons and items that are more focused, and I really like that. So when you do find a weapon, it is more important than it used to be. Old Dark Souls games, you would find weapons everywhere all the time, and to the point where it was like, well, what am I even doing this for? And it was very difficult to find a weapon that you liked. This, however, I've only found like 10, 15 weapons, and when I do, I want to try them out. I want to see. Oh shit! I want to. That ghost scared me. I want to see how they function because they're all trick weapons, so they all have, the double functionality and the two attack speeds, and figuring out the attack speeds and the nuances of your weapons will enhance your gameplay. You will become better just by learning how the reach of your weapon, the attack speed of your weapon, how many swings it generally takes to kill certain types of enemies, and that will significantly increase your capacity to play this game just by figuring out how you like to play. I played, thankfully, I played two-handed weapons in Dark Souls games, so I made the transition to two-handed weapons in this game very easily. I This is one of those games. FromSoft games are always games where it's like you never understand. You figure out a playstyle and you go, how the hell does anyone else not play this style? And you find out that everyone beats the game in their own way, and it's like I don't know how you did it that way. So I'm playing two-handed and I have no. Oh shit! No. So what I do is I use big ass weapons that stagger opponents when I hit them.
Uh-huh.
Time for a hit attack. Ooh, I can. So you just gotta find. Oh, there's a secret there. I just saw it. So I'm gonna go do it. I'll show you. I'll show you. FromSoft BS. So I'm on this elevator, and there's going to be this. Ah. It's a wondrous hidden path. So that's what I mean, like exploration. Oh god. Exploring the environment, and you will find useful goods that. I kind of hate the dogs in this game.
I hate most things about this game.
Oh no, little buddy, come here.
Let's talk about Bioshock.
Yeah, so Bioshock was Ken Levine touted Bioshock as Bioshock 1 was you get to Rapture and it's already been destroyed. And Bioshock Infinite was you are supposed to be witnessing the destruction of Paradise. Instead, you kind of see Paradise before destruction, and then they do a bullshit cop-out time travel thing, and you witness the destruction. You don't witness the destruction, you just see it pre and post. I was really interested in the lead up to Bioshock in watching the whole city devolve into chaos, and so in this game, like Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls game, dogs can come back. Dark Souls 1 is you are entering that realm, that city, in its post-destruction. Bloodborne, you are entering the city like on the eve of its destruction. The sun is setting on this city, and I'm scared to enter this. Inspect bath. I don't know what's gonna happen. So you're witnessing the destruction of this civilization firsthand, and that's kind of how I'm looking at the Bloodborne. Is both games you're an outsider Infinite. When I say Bloodborne, Bioshock, I mean as an outsider, and you are the catalyst for its destruction, and you're witnessing it. Except I think watching the destruction of this city is better done. Also, you just look at the amount of detail in the environments, and I know this is a new, quote-unquote, new generation game, but I feel even Dark Souls 1 and 2 had slightly more detail.
I mean, I played Bioshock Infinite on a PC in that setting.
I did too, and it looked great. It did look great. I don't know why. Bioshock Infinite is just a game that, as time goes on, I loved it when it first came out, and I still love it to some extent. But it is a game that is souring the further time you go into it. It's kind of like the Avengers is to me.
I mean, I think part of it is just like everyone hated it in retrospect. Like the entire like quote unquote intellectual gaming criticism community just like violently reacted against it for some very legitimate reasons.
I was definitely hyper scrutinized. I'm not denying the fact that that didn't happen.
I mean, what's annoying is that it, people hyper scrutinize that, and then fucking everyone loves The Last of Us.
Yeah,
The Last of Us.
I know. The Last of Us. Oh, I'm gonna die here. I don't know what's happening for us. The Last of Us could definitely be one of those games that is not locust later on. Maybe down the road. I agree.
It will be, because people aren't going to play it. They're just going to remember the best game of the generation, and then no one's going to go back and really check it.
So what you're saying is The Last of Us is Zelda Ocarina of Time. Boom.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Ocarina of Time is a nostalgia game. Final Fantasy VII is a nostalgia game. They are not the best games of the series or of the generations, yet they are often touted as being the best. Mainly because they were the first experience. People, shit, this is. They're the actually whatever. They're the first experience people have with those games. I'm not ready to debate which of the FromSoft games is the best. I would say clearly Dark Souls 2 is. I don't want to say the worst, because a bad Dark Souls game, yeah, a bad FromSoft game is still better than 90% of the games that come out that year.
Right, but FromSoft didn't do Dark Souls 2, did they?
They did. It was the B team though, right? It was like FromSoft Light. Miyazaki did not do Dark Souls. All he did was consult on it. Because this game, I believe, took 4 years to develop. And you can tell, the level design in this game is perfect. This is one of the best. Look at this. This is fucking crazy. Just look at this road I'm walking on right here. How much detail goes into these levels? Where am I?
It's a very well designed game.
Meticulously crafted is what it is.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like I'm approaching a boss. So...
It does kind of look like that.
Because I just unlocked, basically with this game, if you unlock 2 shortcuts, you are about to approach a boss. Like, they're giving you shortcuts for a reason. See, look at that, that's the trap. One's shooting a lot of shit at me, the other one is charging me. And I'm out of blood vial. I need to go back. I need to go vial. Yeah, I'm at the same time you are. What is that thing? Look at that. It's like a hulking mass instead of a chest. This game is filled with the stuff of nightmares. The monsters only get more and more horrible as the game goes on. Don't kill me. And he killed me. Son of a bitch. As this game goes on, like, the monsters get creepier and more disgusting. Lovecraftian is a word that's going to be thrown around a lot in this, which is, trendy buzzwords. But this game is things of nightmares, and it's scarier than the Dark Souls and Demon Souls games, than the Souls games. Let's just call them Souls games. This game, and mostly because of the monster design, is really well done.
I see that. I mean, I think part of it is like, you need to be a certain level of good at it in order to be really scared of it. Because I just get frustrated at all levels, and it's hard to be scared when you're frustrated. Like, if someone came into my house to kill me,
Oh, why did I
but
do
like did it in a really frustrating way, like it wouldn't scare me. I'd just be fucking annoyed.
that? Yeah. Yeah.
And that's sort of where I stand with this game. Is it's just like I'm so bad at it that
A lot of people compared this game to that of Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is an acquired taste, and I would say Dark Souls is acquired. The Souls games, Bloodborne, are acquired taste. They are clearly not for everyone.
That's true. I just think it's for a specific audience who already has that taste. I think it's a hard taste to acquire if people, because you need to be a certain type of person to even want to acquire it, and those people are predisposed to it. People like me get infuriated with shit. Like, I don't think I'm going to acquire the taste because that's just not me.
Well, what I say to that statement is this game is uncompromising. It will not compromise what it is so you can beat it. In order to beat it, you have to play by its rules, and the rules are fair. It may not seem fair at first, but the rules in this game are fair. And it's up to you to... Please do not be filled with horrible... Okay, good. Last time I was here, there was a bunch of... What was a note here? Nightmarish rituals, creative newborns. Find one and silence this harrowing cry. The rules in this game are fair. It's up to you to figure them out, and then in turn beat the game. And once you figure it out, it is incredibly satisfying. The aha moment I had, like, I am playing this game, I've played the previous 4 games, or the previous 3 games. But my first experience with this was Dark Souls 1, and I was stuck on bosses for a week at a time. And when the aha moment came finally, I was so... Like, once it happened, it's such a great feeling.
Yeah, I'm just like, I can't commit that.
I know. It's not...
I'm never gonna go back to Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze because I got stuck on the second boss, and I just like... I tried it a bunch of times and I just gave up. And I paid for that one. I didn't love that. I actually have no investment in it.
Look at that. Look at that. 80,000 souls. Ugh, that's the worst, is when you lose those souls. Yeah, I know. Which is also why I kind of like the fact that you are not the player for this game, which is why I often joke and say, Nicole, I'm going to make you play these games. We're just going to broadcast it. Mm-hmm. I think, like, I don't want to use casual and hardcore, but this game... Yeah, I've said it before. The skill levels between this game and, say, Call of Duty are noticeably different.
I mean, and if we're being honest, I'm pretty bad at Call of Duty, too. I never finished Advanced Warfare because I got into a fight that I couldn't beat and I gave up. So,
yeah. Well...
Like, I'm just bad at video games. Like, that's the thing. Like, of the people who write professionally about video games, I'm probably in, like, the bottom 10% in terms of actual, like, ability.
I'm gonna say that a lot more writers are bad at video games than you may realize. Especially since gaming has become so broad as of lately. It is more inclusive, so... this gets back to...
people who have been paid to write about video games and not count people who have only done it.
Yeah.
Of people who have, like, written professionally, and received a paycheck based on their writing, I'm probably in the bottom percentage.
You might be the same skill level as Paul Tassi. Did you read his article on Bloodborne? It was pretty good.
No, but I think he's probably better at games in general than I am. It sounds like you and I are both pretty bad.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like I don't know where this takes me. Do I want to go get those souls back?
I started putting fight sounds into Real.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's like, I need other people to watch it, to listen to it, and tell me how it sounds, because just it all sounds. Certain ones sound like.
I should come over next week and we can record our Bloodborne video live together, and then I'll look at your video, your movie.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. It's good.
So,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Like I put in the sounds for the final fight. I put in like the next week. I'm gonna put in shit. I'm working to get a professional to mix it. So
yeah, I was gonna ask about the mixer. Who's
Yeah. We're gonna get someone to do it, and we will pay them some amount of money.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I can do
From the slush fund?
a lot of things.
Yeah.
I cannot mix audio. I can't. So, we'll do that. But I mean, like it's gonna be good. Some of the hits sound great and like look great, and it's interesting because I know where all of the strengths are, but there are a couple of portions where there's like a bunch in a row, and so it's like having the sounds differentiate them helps clarify what's going on.
Will there be a Wilhelm scream in this film?
There will not.
Oh man. This is like the best.
There's a moment, like, early on in the fight, the guy fakes out with a punch.
Yes.
And then kicks him. And, it's one of those things that, like, it doesn't look like he's struck, but, it's important to have the sound, because that way people know he didn't strike. So you're putting a word, no contact, and then just hit. And then people are clear, because when there's no sound, a lot of the time they're not connecting. Other times they totally are, and you can tell. And then there are times where they didn't connect, but you can't tell. But that's one of those ones where he intentionally didn't connect. So, it's this. It takes work to figure out what needs to go where and all of that stuff. But I think the end result will absolutely be good.
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean,
hopefully.
And I'm going to start working. I bought a GTX 970 last night.
To do it?
So, for that and other reasons, I had a bunch of money for Amazon. I found out I was planning on getting it at B&H, but I had a bunch of Amazon money, so I just ordered it last night. So that'll come sometime next week, I guess, and then I will install it, and that'll make the whole thing a little bit easier. Then I'll be able to load the media folder properly, because it's been having problems with not being related to the graphics card I'm using.
You had mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
Like in the week.
If you want my GTX 760 for a severe discount, I'm down.
We'll see. We'll see. Right now I gotta work on capital in general. Oh god, oh god. No. I feel like that's rare nowadays. For tax purposes, everyone...
They have like way more than 1,000 employees. So my guess is it must all be
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
I mean, you sign in and out of the it's entirely possible that it's like a computer algorithm and it like never touches they just
Yeah.
that's the only way I can imagine them being able to handle thousands of weekly paychecks or direct deposits or whatever.
Automation, man.
But you know,
Putting HR people out of work.
yeah, right.
Hey, it is. You know. So. Oh, it sucks you didn't come to that video on
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah. It was the networking outside was more geared towards tech developers and stuff. So me and
Right.
Dan were a little out of place. We're probably gonna talk about it in the podcast.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'd like to hear about it. I mean, I went to some film event thing, which was at the Paramount Hotel. Sweat.
Yeah, the industry. But
Yeah, it was related to the new director's new films series that's going on at Center.
yeah.
Or MoMA. Actually, yeah, I think it's going on. You know, but it was related to that. It was pretty cool.
Cool.
You know, I had no complaints. I never know any people at these events, so I'm kind of like not great at you know, I know a couple people, and it was fine. And then I watched part of Plus. That's a weird fucking movie.
Now I've heard kind of positive, kind of negative things about that movie. That movie, from what I understand, is designed for a specific audience, and it's the people that listen to Kevin Smith's podcast. Like, it is full of inside references and jokes, which is it's the Bloodborne of film. It's the Bloodborne of film. It's designed for a specific audience, and fuck you if you're not part of that audience.
Yeah, although Bloodborne is a better made film than
Bloodborne is a better made film. Yeah.
Yeah, I stand by what I just said.
Yeah, you would agree that Bloodborne might not be for you, but it is still a good game.
Yeah, I mean, it is clearly an excellent crafted game. Whether I like it or not, you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it gets. You're allowed to not like something and still understand it's good. In fact, it's a sign of maturity.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about the internet. It is a sign of maturity, internet, for you to not like something and still understand that it's good. But anyway, Tusk. Because I do want to talk about Tusk. I want to hear about this.
Okay.
It's
with
I
watched the first hour. Justin Long.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what the basic premise is?
Justin Long gets kidnapped by a famous older actor who performs grisly experiments on him. I can't remember the older actor's name. He's a character actor. I can see his face. I just cannot recall his name right now.
Yeah. He's great. No, but so basically what it is this guy has an obsession with...
Yeah, there we go.
He has an obsession with walruses, and so he kidnaps
Yeah, you just saw that? Oh god, these things. They're so creepy. Kidnap Justin Long, put him in the walrus.
And I watched a little bit of that, and then I went to sleep because it was late.
Yeah.
And I'm old, but you know, and it was interesting, you know. And I don't listen to Kevin Smith, and I'm not really a particularly a Kevin Smith fan.
You're not a Kevin Smith apologist.
But right, I'm definitely not a Kevin Smith apologist, and so it wasn't but it was interesting, you know, and the effects were fascinating, to say the least.
Well, was it intentionally B movie or were they pretty good?
I mean, like somewhere in between.
Yeah.
You know, like it looks sort of real, but it's like it's also hard to say what is real and what isn't. But it's all really
Yeah. Does he have tusk? Does he literally have tusk?
yeah. Yes. It's like I mean it's super ridiculous, but it's interesting. I mean, you know, and Justin Long does a pretty good job.
I like Justin Long.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's underutilized in the films he's been in.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Accepted?
Yes, I actually like that film.
Yeah, that movie's underrated as fuck. I really enjoy it.
I think it's.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it. But...
It's dumb in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't seen it since it came out. But so have you also heard the news? Speaking of Kevin Smith and Tusk, that Kevin Smith has announced Clerks 3 and Mallrats 2.
Of course he has.
Yes, of course he has, because Kevin Smith is scraping the bottom of the relevancy barrel. Yeah. I'm not exactly thrilled that he's doing. I'd rather see him. I know he's trying to recapture the glory that once was Rome, but come on, man, try something new.
Yeah, right.
Don't just. I was not like Clerks 2. I was not a fan of Clerks 2 because Clerks 1 was witty humor with a little bit of smut. Clerks 2 was all smut, and it was like dick and fuck jokes only go so far, man. Come on. His humor used to be based around wit, and now it's we can't do wit, so let's just do shit jokes and oh my god, I don't want to do this. No. So there's definitely going to be a boss fight. Like, these guys are not guarding nothing. They're not guarding nothing. I'm taking so much damage from the floor. I have to get up there and kill that guy. Yeah, I really hope that if, like, the new Clerks and Mallrats movies are not like his most recent voyage. What was his cop movie, his buddy cop movie with Bruce Willis? You know, everyone said it was really bad, and yes, it was kind of bad for a Kevin Smith movie, but do not, you son of a bitch. It was not horrible, not nearly, I think. Why is it gonna take Ooh, what is this? I think I've been here. I've been here, I just don't know. Yeah, see, here's that thing. I just don't know. Oh, so I found the randomly generated dungeons. They are very Japanese in the sense that they remind me a lot of Disgaea games where they start off as easy and they just endlessly go on and they scale in difficulty the lower into the dungeon you go. I'm afraid to go down here. Oh, well, no. It's fine. And they're pretty cool. They're clearly not as crafted as this are. They're segmented areas and generated and locked together. There, that's a boss room right there. See that? That's gonna be a boss room. I can tell right now.
Or the game's trying to trick you.
Yeah, when it comes to tricking, these games do trick you, but boss rooms are set up in arenas, and you often can tell them. Ow. Oh, you must... Okay, so we talked about Bioshock Infinite. This game has so much Resident Evil 4 in it, it's hysterical. Like, you are fighting the Lost Plagueis villagers throughout this entire game. It is really... Like I want them to start shouting out the famous Las Plagas quote.
Someone just start, saying,
what are you saying? I can't believe they never brought that guy back. He was the breakout character from Resident Evil 4, and they never brought him back. He was
if you
so.
kill him, he doesn't come back.
Yes, he does. He doesn't come back at that spot. Yeah. So what it is he. Oh. So he appears throughout the whole game, but if you kill him in one spot, he'll never reappear again at that spot. But he'll appear at the later spot. So the argument is they're all separate people. They're all clearly infected by the Plagueis virus. Clearly they're infected. People also suspect that it's the last boss. It's the final villain. It's the Lord of the Lake or the Manor or whatever. Yeah, look at that. That is a fucking boss room. So there are a lot of crazy fan theories. I love reading fan theories about games. And the one about him is he's the main villain, and for whatever reason. Now this is creepy. This is so hellish. Madman song.
I might watch a movie from the Criterion Collection later.
They're always good.
Yeah, right? Because I have Hulu Plus, and I've watched like 2 Criterion movies in all of the time that I've had it.
What'd you watch?
It's like I have literally hundreds at my disposal. I have no excuse. I just need to do it.
What'd you watch?
I watched Chronos was the most recent one I watched. I don't even remember what I watched before that.
All right, here we go.
There's got to be a way to sort the Criterion movies in like different ways. Like what I want to do is sort it by decade.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can go online and there are guides for Criterion movies, like which ones you should start with, like stuff like that. I've looked at a couple of them and marked down. I believe there's a lot of this is so spoilers. God, I hope this isn't terrible. I hope this isn't terrible. Oh look, it's the last boss from Dead Space 3.
The cutscene. This is the first cutscene I've seen.
There are cutscenes in this movie, and in this game, yeah. There are cutscenes in this game. They're just few and far between, and they often don't convey plot. Oh, crap.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Oh, God, look at that thing. That's really cool.
Well, damn.
The One Reborn. Watch this at the end of the game.
That'd be hilarious.
Holy shit,
I
there's
still
people
need to see
shooting down
Tokyo
there.
Story.
Tokyo Story?
That's like Tokyo Story. That's like one of those. That's really high on my list of like reviews. I want to watch something in color though. I want to watch a movie in settings. That's why
They have a lot of good
settings.
in color films. I like some of these things.
Yeah,
Can I
I
eat them?
know they do. I want to watch something from the 70s and 80s, which is sort of a totally. Maybe I'll walk away from it. I know it's not color, but it is weird. Maybe we'll just watch How To again. That's what the hell that is.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. I knew there was a way to kill these guys up here. They're always there. There's a way. Oh my God, there's a way. Oh no! That bitch is down there. I'm not gonna have enough blood vials. I came in here with too little. Blood vial. Dude, son of a- I don't know. I don't use guns in this game. I sold my gun. I didn't think it was gonna be useful. Watch. I'm gonna like find out the best strategy to use guns. Possibly. Alright, so I have the ladies. The witches of Eastwick is dead. I would not be shocked if this game is vampires and werewolves and you're the bad guy. I kind of get the hint that you are the bad guy in this game. That you are here.
Who are the real cannibals?
Well, like, so every time you kill villagers, they call you the beast, and they like say, "Why are you doing this? Please stop," and all that. Like, they infer on multiple occasions that you may be a
It's like a spec ops sort of.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of get the impression that you might be the bad guy. You came to this city and destroyed it.
Yeah.
No, get away.
Have you seen Cannibal Holocaust?
No.
Yeah, that movie ends, it's the cannibals, destroy these people and say they're bad people and they, like, burn down villages and women and whatever. And then it ends, and it's different than a lot of found footage movies because, like, these people find the footage and then they're watching the videotapes. It's not, like, just the video, and so like in sequences they'll stop and talk about it, and it's interesting, and but at the end of it, one of the characters is like, "Who are real cannibals?" And it's like, "Oh, really? Come on."
Who are the real cannibals? Oh my god, what is happening? Did you see that frame rate drop? Holy shit.
I probably was.
There was a massive frame rate drop. I know that. Well, now I know.
Wow,
Yeah, so
I just saw it.
that is typical of a FromSoft game. Definitely not to be. People complain, and it's part of the charm of FromSoft is that their games sometimes have horrible frame drops. It didn't tear, at least I didn't see it tear, but
I feel like in general, the PS4 prioritizes, fucking up the frame rate um, in order to remove screen tearing, where Xbox
doesn't.
more tearing.
Yeah, I can
but has
see
more
that.
consistent.
Holy shit, I lost all. I'm gonna lose those souls, so I can completely see that. And also, if that level of frame rate dropping is super rare in this game. I've only had like one instance or two. That's the first time I've ever said out loud, "Holy shit, that frame rate drop." On some of I can expect most games to have hiccups. It's not like the whole game. Every time you get into combat, the frame rates just go to shit. So when people say there are frame rate drops, loading screens, it's kind of like, well, the only thing we can say about this game is sometimes there are bad loading screens. So, that was 80,000 souls.
That's a lot of souls.
Yeah. And I'm about to spend all on blood. So, normally I would grind for them, but I'm not gonna force you to sit here and watch me grind.
I appreciate that.
Oh shit. Where am I? Yeah, I'm not gonna. So. Oh, that was the first good attempt at that boss. I kind of figured out what to do. And now I know where he is, and I just run past all the enemies and go right to him.
Oh, cool. The Criterion website allows you to search find films, buy a bunch of things, and one of the things you can do is do it by what's on Hulu Plus.
Oh, cool.
So I can do it there, even though Hulu doesn't let me do it there.
I've watched a couple of the Japanese 1950s and 60s black and white samurai films, and to some extent the color ones, but they're great. They had, I mean, obviously on there is, it's not called Samurai 7 or 7 Samurai. That's a great film.
Yep. I mean, yes. Yes, it is.
It's such a fantastic film. So fantastic that it's been ripped off and redone so many times by American filmmakers.
Yes, it is.
What else is on there?
Maybe you should watch Nicholas Road.
I don't believe I know who that is.
He's a very particular filmmaker, but back in the day, the guy who
Sorry, I'm concentrating. So these are the fog walls are carryovers from the Dark Souls game. In Dark Souls 2, you were hit when you entered a fog wall. So thank the various gods you were not hit when you entered a fog wall. Yeah, it was douchey as fuck, because you try to run past enemies to enter a fog wall to fight the boss, and you would be killed trying to get through that fog wall. So this game, take a look at a lot of, like, there were good ideas in Dark Souls 2, but this game refines the formula that is in Dark Souls and Demon Souls. It reinvents its own combat, and it did such a great job at that. The risk-reward, fast combat is really good. Blood Echoes Retreat, awesome. Alright, so I got fire paper. Here it is, the best thing in the whole game. Boom! You'll see it when it happens in 5 seconds for you. It's so awesome to watch him light his sword on fire.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when I was watching you play, I turned my sound off on the TV.
But yeah, the problem is that I'm listening to everything. I changed the mix so that I mostly was listening to it.
Yeah.
But I quietly hear the game in the background.
So I'm pretty sure this is a boss where you just run back and forth between which head you were attacking. Yeah, so you were saying he's a particular filmmaker.
Yeah, it's sort of like, very dense, but it's and I need to see what I think I've seen 2 or 3, and I very distinctly moments which stars Mick Jagger.
Really? Mick Jagger's fun. Yeah. start, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's just really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I recommend it.
Or some
Second time around.
Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
I wish I could contribute more to this thing, honestly. I can't even like. I'm sure I'm missing something that I could be doing. Get in, get out. Get in, get out. That's why I'm gonna get this boss. I feel like that's a good tactic. He's like vomiting blood and bile at me. This music is really intense. No. I love how the cops are giving us, cops are definitely giving us some sound in the background. Vomiting. I can't tell when he vomits when he doesn't. Oh! I'm gonna let our blip out. What? It's like I'm trying to figure out what. No, God. He's over in that corner. I don't want him to be over there. Pick a move, pick a move. Two people have beaten this in a much more efficient, faster way, but it's really good.
So this is the music for real.
That doesn't, it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. Stop it. Stop it. It wasn't working. It's too... Alec, don't, it's not working. It's too loud. Like, all it is just one loud noise. Yeah, we'll have to do it. Just send the audio file or something.
Sounds fine to me, actually.
Oh, well, because you're in person. But over the...
No. It just... I just heard it on the playback.
Oh, well. I have the little earpiece, so it could maybe be my earpiece, but... Yeah, it came off as just one loud, blaring trumpet. And guitar or something. Yeah. Oh, they're killing me. Oh, that's it. So... Oh shit, I knocked him down. God damn it. I didn't realize. 1000 damage. No, no. Hi, buddy. Come away from that wall. God, the moon looks great. The blood moon. Yes. Stuck. I am stuck in the boss. Yes, the game looks fantastic. This is the Castlevania game that should have been, you know?
I totally see that. Yeah, this is like the perfect. Yeah, this is like the perfect 3D Castlevania.
Yes. I'm out of blood vials and I have 10% of his health left. Can I do it? No, don't blow up on me.
You are so close. Yes.
God, I did it. I did it. Oh shit, I accidentally hit the wrong button. Okay. Yeah! Yeah, this is, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. This game is Castlevania, the Castlevania game that should have been. View notes. What is up here? All thanks to cooperators. Nope, I did it alone. I should probably go back and spend my souls. It's time for nightmares. Alright, I'm gonna go back and spend my souls, and then I'll come back to this thing.